is this? It is God's love.
Very good evening to everyone who is present here. I have a presentation and I will explain through this presentation that how GAIL is contributing to Make in India program and what digital initiatives we are taking for making our business processes more efficient. Some background about GAIL. GAIL is a youngest Maharatna company, and we have a turnover of around 56,000 crores, profit of about 3,000 crores, and we are the #1 natural gas company in India, and we are present in all the sectors of hydrocarbon value chain, right from E&P, LNG sourcing, LNG regasification, and we do have pipelines, and in the downstream side we have LPG and petrochemicals, and now we are diversifying into wind power and solar power. GAIL has a pipeline, natural gas pipeline of 11,000 kilometers, and we are also transporting LPG, and with about 2,000 kilometers of pipeline. Gas, as we know, is a clean fuel. It's considered to be the fuel of 21st century. So we have been supplying gas to power plants, fertilizer plants, and we know what is the role of power in Make in India. And energy is very, very important for Make in India. So we are dealing in energy, and we are also in downstream petrochemicals and LPG. Similarly, we are in the city gas, being the clean fuel. We have 8 JVs where we are providing the CNG fuel to automobiles. The IT adoption has also evolved over a period of time in GAIL. In 2000, we had decentralized applications, and the decentralized servers were there for email. In 2004, we centralized and implemented SAP ERP. And in 2008, we were one of the first companies who implemented 3-way DR. That means we have 3 data centers, 2 at Noida and 1 at Jaipur, and this we implemented for ensuring the zero data loss for the business applications. In 2012, we implemented gas management system, and now we have taken few digital initiatives which we will cover. Two applications I would like to discuss particularly. Now in 2016, almost every organization has implemented e-bill tracking system and file tracking system, but these two systems we implemented in 2002. The e-bill system is a very simple system where the vendor can see the status of the payment of his bills through the web, and it is a simple workflow. There is nothing to boost about the technology, but the best part was the governance which was put by the management, and management, in spite of all resistance within the organization, management ensured that these systems are implemented. While we were implementing these systems, there was a deliberation that whether the name of the person with whom the bill is pending should be exposed on the internet or not. We deliberated and we decided, once we want to have transparency, there is no harm in even putting the name on the internet where the bill is pending. So that is, now management made a commitment that any bill submitted to GAIL, we will be paying within 15 days. That is all because of the good governance put in by the management. But in spite of all this, we were facing challenges. When we discussed with the users how they are using the systems, some of the users were very happy. Those users were from the finance. Those users were using the systems day in, day out. They were quite happy with the ERP implementation. But when we approached the senior members, senior management persons who were the casual users, once in a while they wanted to use the system, they were not so happy because it was literally difficult to take the information out of the system. The system which we implemented, ERP, is a very good transaction processing system, but once you want to take the information out for the decision support, it's not that good. So we deliberated and we found that what should be done to improve the drive utilization. We identified that one of the initiative which we can take is the mobile platform. We can convert few of the application to the mobile platform, because once we make the application available on mobile, the whole paradigm changes. Earlier, the application is available only for 8 hours when the person is there in the office, in front of his desktop. But then, once you make it available on mobile, it is available for him for 24 hours. And if it is available, there will be greater chance of using the application by him. And then we also decided that we should focus mainly on simplifying the user interface. There is no point providing more and more functionality, but we should try to improve the user experience. Then continuous training and support. After this deliberation, we identified and started Project Sugam. The basic idea was to simplify things, and whatever transactions were already available in the system, how we can make them available for decision purposes. So under this, we identified 4 initiatives. One is mobile applications. Then typically plant systems and IT systems are separate systems. We tried to integrate those systems. Then we are a pipeline company. Pipeline maintenance and safety is very important. Then we deliberated that how we can improve the safety and the maintenance of the pipeline. And also we wanted to have a platform for analytics. In the mobile applications, when we discussed with our maintenance people, they told us that many times when they are going to the remote areas for many days, they are not coming back. So that is why they are not able to put the data into the application, and the data quality was not that good. So we thought that if we can provide a mobile application to them, when they are doing the maintenance, they can put the data also then and there, and the data quality will also improve. So we have provided one application to them for the field staff. Similarly, for the HR, few workflows for the employees we have developed. For sales applications also, we are trying to roll out application for the Salesforce. Then this integration of plant systems with the IT systems. The objective is basically, normally the maintenance is done based on the time-based maintenance is done. We are trying to move from time-based maintenance to the condition-based maintenance. And we identify 25 critical use cases for this, and the plant system, that how we can integrate plant systems with the IT systems. One of the use cases, for example, I will tell you that we are a pipeline company, and this, for protecting the pipeline, we need to give cathodic protection to the pipeline, and this voltage has to be in a particular range of 0.8 voltage to 1.2 volt. In case the voltage goes below 0.8, then we are under protecting our pipeline. If it goes beyond 1.2 volt, then we are over protecting, and that also damages the coating. So then we integrated the SCADA system with our IT systems, wherein through a middleware, and we got the data every 15 minutes, and we analyze that data, and if there is a consecutive 2 readings which indicates that the reading is out of range, then we are creating automatically a notification in our maintenance system, and this notification can be sent to the person in the field through the mobile application, and that person can go there and maintain the thing. So the total time taken for occurrence of this fault to the maintenance has greatly reduced. Similarly, we have identified few more use cases, and one of the use case is in the pipeline for avoiding the internal corrosion. There should not be a moisture. We are also monitoring. We are trying to monitor the moisture also through this automated way, because when you have humans, there could be some slippage also. Once we are developing this IT-OT integration, there is going to be a lot of data, so we wanted to have that analytics platform also, and the objectives were to improve the data quality and to provide tools for data visualization so that our management can have insights and they can have data-driven decisions. Plant maintenance and safety being very important, we are doing some risk analysis. What are the top risks, and who is actually managing those risks? When they are doing a job, what are the risks associated, how they are mitigated? All those things are through the system. I will not cover this case study in a detail, but briefly, there is a gas management system. Being a pipeline company, we do a billing of around 2,000 crores every fortnight, and the different customers have different contracts with different prices. The same gas they have, due to the different contracts, they have a different prices. So there is a complex calculations behind it, and initially the whole process was manual process, and it used 3-4 days. Now we have automated the entire process, right from customer nomination to the measurement. We are reading the meter readings directly from SCADA, and now the billing happens mostly on the first day of the billing. So that has resulted in the huge financial benefit. As we know that the digital age is disrupting industries, enterprises and IT department, and it is reshaping products, services and business models and creating new opportunities and threats. So what next for GAIL? So we are now deliberating how we should take care and how we should prepare ourselves for the new opportunities which digital technologies are offering. Our CMD has a vision of transforming GAIL into a smart utility. They have formed a task force. I am also a member of that task force, and we have deliberated and identified that digital transformation
along with the governance is going to be the key, and I'm sure with the kind of governance we have in GAIL and with these digital technologies, we will be able to move to the smart utility. Thank you for